Alright guys, today we are at the park right now and we're about to go do some mountain biking on a trail. Now it is Florida, so it's not really a mountain per se, but it is a nice trail. It's pretty cool. I've traveled a bit of a distance to get here, so I'm really excited to go biking today. We got the bike here. It's not a very nice bike, but it will suffice, and I'm very happy to go. I went biking, when did I go biking last? I feel like it was a little bit ago when I went up in college, but now we're back here. We're down in South Florida, and I'm excited to go biking today. But when biking, you need something to keep you going, right? You need some fuel of some kind to keep you going. So that is why today, my gosh, it is very windy. It's a rather gloomy day today, so we might get cut a little short, but I kind of already made up my mind to go biking today, so we're going to do that regardless of the weather. But when you're biking, you need some fuel to keep you going. And I thought, what better kind of fuel than something that we've been having a lot lately on the channel. So I decided that I was going to crack open some cold non-alcoholic beers today, and we were going to have some nice non-alcoholic beers while we bike. But stopping to take a sip isn't the best idea. So my idea, what if we put a non-alcoholic beer into a Camel-Pack? Now, I don't know if you guys know what this is, but basically how a Camel-Pack works is you kind of put it in a little bag like this here, and then you suck it out of the suction part here, and that's how you can get your nice cold water in your system. But today, instead, we're going to be putting non-alcoholic beer in our system while we drive, and I'm really excited to do that. So let's set up the camera and start cracking open the cold ones and talk about what we're going to be having while riding today. All right, it is getting progressively gloomier and gloomier, but that is not going to stop me today from riding on my bike and having some brewskis. So to start it off, we're going to have a Corona non-alcoholic. This is currently my favorite non-alcoholic beer. Oh gosh, it is starting to rain right now. This is not good, but we're just going to have to go through it. So this is my favorite non-alcoholic beer. Should we go in the car? I think we're going to go in the car. All right, guys, so I don't know if you can hear from the weather, but it has started to rain, and it is not looking good. I will have to be honest with you guys, but that's not going to stop us. It'll clear up soon, and yes, it'll be a little bit muddy, but honestly, the sand is worse than the mud while on the trail, so I think we'll be okay. While we're in the car, though, and waiting for it to stop raining, we're going to talk about what we're going to be putting into the Camel-Pack. Because it is a little bit of a bigger drink, it does require 70 fluid ounces. So that is going to be a lot of non-alcoholic beer, I will have to admit. But today, not gonna lie, we're gonna have to start with our favorite, Corona non-alcoholic. This is the good stuff, my favorite, a good mixture of bitter to flavor, great flavor, better than the original. Very happy to start with this. Then, we're also going to be having some Heinekens, the Heineken 0%. I reviewed it in my last non-alcoholic beer video. This is very good, a little on flavor, but that's why we're mixing it with the Corona. Hopefully the Corona will bring out a better flavor. And I'll have 2 more Heinekens, so I got more of these. So that'll be 3 total Heinekens. And if that's enough, that'll be perfect. But if it's still not enough, we're also going to put a Stella Artois in there as well. I'm very excited to do this. So in the car, I'm going to... Okay, it is just drizzling now. We're still going to do it in the car. It's okay. So we're going to crack this open right here. You take off the little thing. I've never really had leakage issues with these, but I am a bit lazy when it comes to cleaning them, so this will be a great excuse to clean it. So let me get my bottle opener out. We got a nice Hall bottle opener, Napa Valley, so it's probably from some wine thing my dad had. And we're going to crack open first our Corona non-alcoholic, or should we put that on top? It's sucking from the bottom. We should probably put the flavor in first. So let's... and do a little bit from the top. So let's crack this open. Ooh. There we go. Took it off. There was a little bit of pressure and bubbles, so I was a little worried about that, but it doesn't seem to be an issue. And now we're going to take our thing right here, and we're going to pour. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Now, if that's a drink and a half, I don't know what it is. It got very foamy though, so I'm just gonna pour in all that good beer foam right there. There we go, it's all emptied out. Next dip. Look how much is filled so far. That's not a lot. We need more. So let's crack open a Heineken non-alcoholic beer, and we're going to pour that in as well. I'm trying to make sure this doesn't spill on me. That would be very awkward, I will have to admit. These did get a little shook up in the process of getting here. I had my car in a spot a little bit further away from the trail where I usually would park, but there were people over there, and it looks a little strange seeing this small child the way I look. I don't look very much so my age, so it'd be very strange to see this child cracking open cold ones. So I decided to go a little bit further away. Let's pour this bad boy in. Beautiful pour. Not a lot of bubbles, which, I mean, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I think for today it's fine. There we go, look at that. We got a little bit more in there. This is gonna be a disaster. Fun fact, I didn't bring any water. So all we have is beer, non-alcoholic beer. So let's crack open another Heineken. Wow. These have a lot of pressure in them. I do have a towel. So, funny story, when I got here, I was gonna use a different Camel-Pack. I found one that I had been looking for a while. It was just a Camel-Pack, no backpack attached, so it was a little bit of a lighter thing. And the backpack's good for like skiing and snowboarding, which is what I would usually use it for. But in this hot Florida weather, I was like, I don't need that. I'd rather just have what I need. Oh, the foam is foaming up. Oh man, there is a lot of foam, which I think that's a good thing, to be honest. Just like that, just pouring it in. But yeah, so I opened up my backpack since I couldn't use the other one. The other one, the small one, the sucking part, it fell off, so that wasn't gonna work. So then I grabbed the backpack, I opened it, it's infested with ants. So I had to spend most of the time before this video just trying to get those ants out of there. Look how much foam is in there. I think we're gonna have to add another Heineken inside the batch. We're gonna crack it open. This one's not as bubbly as the other ones. I guess it's had a little bit more time to chill. I'm gonna try getting some of that beer foam away, and we're gonna pour a little bit slower for this one, just because the foam is to the top. Oh, that is very tart. Very, very tart, I will say. The foam... I think I shouldn't have added all the foam from the Corona, because it is foamed up. And we're just feeding the foam right now. Look at that, it's to the top. It's gonna burst out. All right, oh boy, let's be careful. Up, we got some beer foam on the chin. All right, oh, it's gonna spill, Ah, wow, that is tart. That is tart. Here, real quick, we are going to keep this open. Open the door and just just let the foam out a little bit. There we go. That is a little better. Just getting rid of a little bit of that foam. The foam has been our main issue. And actually, it's beautiful out, so we're gonna go back outside. So 3 Heinekens later and a Corona non-alcohol to give it a little bit flavor, and we have a full pack. I don't think we need more than that, so I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to go grab the seal from inside the car. We got the seal right here, so the arrow is pointing that way, so slide the seal on, and there we go. We got ourselves a nice cold brew of non-alcoholic beer. We're going to grab the backpack that is now not infested with ants. I had to kill them, but they are probably going to find all of this non-alcoholic beer and get a little excited. You know, the flavor of it does attract ants, if I'm not mistaken. and then we draw it through here. I think it needs to go through the bottom here. It does. Man, it only rained for like a minute or two. That's a Florida winter for you right there. It'll rain for a second and then go away. But at this beautiful park we're at, there is some nice birds singing. The wind is blowing, as you can tell by my disgusting looking hair that I'm getting right now. I'm not appreciating that. I'm gonna have to really sit down to really get this in. Let's set up the camera right there. That should be fine. Just so I can kind of push this through, because it is being a little difficult with me, which I'm not appreciating, not at all. Not gonna lie, this is very frustrating. There we go. We just pull that out. Perfect. It's all set up. Let's zip this bad boy up. I am ready to go biking with my non-alcoholic beer, and I'm very excited to do this. So I'm going to pause the video for a second, get set up on the trail, and then, yeah, I'll get back to showing you what we're doing. All right, guys. So we are now at the trail. I'm all set up with my helmet. I'm on the bike. I'm ready to go. It's a beautiful day. I got my non-alcoholic beer. Let's give a quick taste test to see how the flavor came out, which I am a little curious about since we did mix Heineken with Corona. So I'm hoping more of that Corona flavor will come through, but it might just taste like beer, but that's okay. Yeah, it tastes more like a Heineken. That's probably only because I added more Heineken than Corona. I think the Heineken, or the Corona, I'm sorry. I think the Corona probably would have had a better flavor, and I think it would have overpowered it too if it was an equal spread, but I didn't want to waste all my good stuff, you know? The Heineken, I got a 12 count of them, while the Corona's only a 6 count, so I wanted to save the good stuff, but that's okay. Still tastes really good. Now we're going to go biking with our non-alcoholic beer in the mouth, so let's get on the trail. I'm a little worried. I was supposed to bring a some sort of way to hold the phone instead of with my hand so I can focus on riding, but didn't bring that. I forgot, so let's have a quick sip and then we're gonna get going. With this wind kicking up, I think a round 2 of rain's gonna come in too. That'll suck, but excuse me, what are we gonna do? You know, let's get riding. All right. This is a nice trail. It's just the starter trail, so it's not too rough. Should be okay to ride one-handed. I don't recommend that. I don't think you should ride one-handed on mountain biking trails, but what else am I gonna do to show you guys it's up? Also, this is a bit of an easier trail, so we should be fine. You know, what would have been really smart is to bring a GoPro. I actually used to have a GoPro, but mine broke, so no GoPro for today, sadly. I wish there was a better way to do this. I feel like there would be, but honestly, I can't really think of it. What if we kind of hold the phone, but kind of like this? Maybe. To be honest, guys, I'm not too sure, because now we're getting a little more bumpy. I kind of need to use my arm as a stabilizer to keep the camera nice and going. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we gotta speed up a little bit here for this jump. I didn't get enough speed, and now we're stuck. Oh, maybe I didn't think this through too well. All right, I don't know how this is gonna look, but we're gonna try it. We got the camera stuffed in the pants. I don't know how this is gonna sound either, but it's okay. Gonna take a nice, there we go, coming down the way into a nice turn. We're gonna speed up a little bit around here because I know we're going uphill. Yep, I remember this track. And there's a nice little jumping area right there. We're gonna take the harder trail. There we go. These jumps are real fun. Maybe I'll have to set the camera up for a couple of these. There we go. Let's take the higher one right here. Take it down. Nice. Very nice. All right, guys. We are now at the BMX section of the park. Gonna have a quick sip of non-alcoholic beer, Heineken and Corona mixed together, and we're gonna try some jumps. Very good, very good. A nice little ooh to kind of wake you up, you know. The bitterness is, I think it helps a lot with waking me up to do these harder things, you know. I'm a little rusty. I'm not gonna say I'm any type of professional, that is for sure, but I do just enjoy riding the trails and seeing the nature. So I think without further ado, let's set the camera up and do some dumb stuff. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Oh, not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. Haven't done this in a while. This place looks a lot nicer than the last time I was here, but we're gonna set the camera up and do something fun. All right, I got the camera going. Right there. Let's have a sip of non-alcoholic beer and get this party started. We're gonna take the detour around the top. I'll show you the next one, but let's just see how this goes. All right, that must look good. I'm gonna check the footage real quick. The Corona is definitely doing its job and try and make it taste a little bit better. So I'm happy about that. But it is still Heineken dominant. And that is because it is the cheaper non-alcoholic beer we have. So didn't want to waste 3 Coronas on a nice video like this, because I do enjoy them. I don't just have these non-alcoholic beers for the meme. It's definitely part of it. But I also do it because I genuinely enjoy them. And I think they're superior to standard beers. Just because it tastes better. Don't like the feeling of being intoxicated very much. And they're just fun to use. It's a niche, 100% a niche. Not a lot of people are looking for non-alcoholic beers. So it's definitely something a little more interesting than a normal beer. Any guy could talk about beer, but we're talking about non-alcoholic beer on this channel right here. So yeah, man, only having one hand is making this suck a lot. So I think I might have to cut the video soon, just because this is very tiresome. I will say, the non-alcoholic beer in the Camel-Pack, besides what it's doing to my pant leg, has been awesome. A lot of flavor. It's a good drink on the go. Bit of a tummy ache, maybe. But overall, I think it's really helping with the performance. And actually, I'm gonna prove that to you guys. I'm gonna show you how much it's helping with our performance. All right, guys, we're taking a little bit of a break by this beautiful, nice water. I guess it would be like a canal. I don't know if that's a river. I think it's man-made, so I think it's a canal, but it might be a river. Who knows? And I think we're gonna take a quick break, have a non-alcoholic beer. Very, very good, I will say. I'm trying to get to where I want to show you guys how my performance is being enhanced by the non-alcoholic beer, but I kind of forgot that this place is a bit of a maze. I don't know about how many of you go mountain biking, but sometimes the trails aren't as easy as they seem. Not in difficulty, just knowing where you are and stuff. And it's not like I have a map on me, so I'll get back to you once we find where we're trying to go. All right, this is where we want to be. We are going to ride on this passage right here. It's gonna be super epic. So I'm gonna get the camera set up and we're gonna show you how much the non-alcoholic beer is improving our abilities. Let's go. Ah, that's the good stuff. All right. Camera rolling. Here we go. Yeehaw! Jumps. There we go. That was good. All right, folks, I think we're gonna have to end it there. Had a lot of fun biking out here, but all good things must come to an end. Wow, look at the hair. Looks awful. We definitely are getting a little bit sweaty out here, but that's okay. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is definitely gonna have a lot more editing than my usual videos, but don't worry, we'll get back to the more personal you and me time of just having a brewski with the boy and reviewing and stuff. I definitely got some stuff on the horizon. I definitely have a Red Bull tier list coming up. I got a water tier list coming up. Trying to look into some Blue Moon. I hear that they got a non-alcoholic, so I want to try that. Definitely want to look at some White Claws too, to just judge how disgusting the non-alcoholic is. But yeah, this was a very dumb idea, but it was very fun. So you guys have a good one, all right? Catch you later. Bye-bye.